Alright, this video will be covering order of movement and LDA crossings. The purpose of this video is to help prepare Army cadets for CST, and the content will be geared towards that end. Now, prior to any movement being able to begin, the order of movement needs to be established. This tells each squad where they are positioned during the movement and is part of a unit's SOP. For example, one unit's SOP for a platoon column may be to have security squad up front, assault 1 in the middle, and assault 2 in the rear, and weapon squad teams split on both sides of assault 1. This is the SOP that I use personally because it gives both the rear and the front the firepower of the weapons teams. However, another unit's SOP may be to have the weapons squad all behind the lead squad. Other SOPs may have Assault 1 or Assault 2 as the lead squad. The important thing is that the order of movement is established and that everyone in the platoon knows it. Last thing, if you're wondering where the PL and PSG should go, they go wherever they need to maintain command and control of the platoon is the answer on paper, but typically they'll go here. Everyone needs to know the SOP, and rehearsals are the best way to ensure that everyone knows the SOP. Now on to LDAs. The Ranger Handbook lays out a technique to LDA crossings that is relatively straightforward, albeit a little time consuming. According to the Ranger Handbook, the lead squad moves until it reaches the LDA and calls a halt. The PL goes up to the lead squad and confirms that this is the site where the platoon will conduct an LDA crossing and signals it to the rest of the platoon. This should trigger the trail squad to move up and establish near side security. Once near side security is established, the alpha team of the lead squad moves across the LDA and conducts a SILS, which means they stop, look, listen, and smell. Once the team leader confirms there is enough room for the platoon and that the site is suitable to cross, they signal to the PL all clear, which is typically a thumbs up. The PL will then order the Bravo team of the lead squad to move across. After they link up with the Alpha team, squads and gun teams begin moving across the LDA one at a time until Gun Team 2 and the PSG/Medic cross the LDA. Once the PSG moves across, they'll signal the security element to move across the LDA. Once the trail squad is with the platoon, the PSG will signal to the PL that the movement can resume. Now, this is definitely a viable way to cross LDAs at camp, but it is time consuming and will require rehearsals prior to being used in a tactical environment. Another way to cross an LDA that's much faster is the bump across method. With the bump method, the first two soldiers of the lead element establish left and right security on the near side. The next two soldiers in the order of movement establish security right beside their fellow soldiers. Once they are covering their buddy sector of fire, they will tap their buddy twice on the shoulder to signal they are in position. This will tell the soldier who established security first to move across the LDA and establish security on the far side. Once the soldier on the far side has established security, they'll give a visual cue to the next two soldiers in the formation. Once this cue is received, these soldiers will take the place of the two soldiers on the near side security and tap them on the shoulder that they are in place. After being tapped on the shoulder, these soldiers will move to the far side of security and once again take the security position of their buddy. After being bumped off far side security, the soldiers will resume normal movement to the objective. This continues until the entire platoon has moved across the LDA. Now, there are countless variations that can be made to the methods discussed previously, and entirely different methods altogether. Some are faster and simpler in concept, while others are more complicated and time-consuming. If you're the PL and your platoon is conducting an LDA crossing, what matters are two things. One, everyone knows what to do with the method selected. This is done by establishing SOPs and conducting rehearsals. And two, there's a good reason behind the method selected. Keep in mind the 5 principles of patrolling and METTC.